Hi, this is Jeffrey Kurt Financial Group. Today's Monday, March 31, 2025, the end of the first quarter. And it's been a tough quarter for across the financial markets. Just as a point of reference, from the highs of February, the S&P 500 is down about 10.5%, and the Nasdaq's down over 13%. So, a lot, that's since the middle of February. Year to date, the numbers aren't so bad because we were up into February and have fallen since then. So I think that the S&P 500 started the day down around 5% for the quarter year to date. And it'll be, so far we're down today too. And a lot going on across all, the financial markets, geopolitical, domestic events and all that. And this week, we're going to get 3 employment reports. The biggest one is going to be on Friday morning, the non-farm payroll one. And then we also have a Powell speech on Friday, ISM numbers, which is a gauge of the economy. But the big event is going to be on Wednesday with the implementation of the tariffs, unless something happens before that. And that's where this market kind of is anticipating some bad news from the economy, from the tariffs, and like that. So if there's some sort of resolution, we could get a significant bounce. But I think it's sell first, ask questions later. But this is also a function of what I talked about in a couple of recent newsletters, just this detox and this adjustment to a changing landscape that's so much different than it has been economically and politically as well. And then also there is the overvaluation. This market has been overvalued, and it's been overvalued for a while. But I think these events have just hit at a time where people, and investors kind of realize, hey, if things are changing, paying the multiples and on what we have been may not make so much sense. So I think this adjustment. This could take a while. Or again, we could get some decent news out of the tariff negotiation, which could stabilize things and even bring in, a rally, back up. I don't know whether it'll go back to new highs, but I think there are some decent numbers out there for the economy. But there are several, Goldman Sachs, I think Morgan Stanley, and some other houses now, calling for the possibility of a recession. So lots going on. I'll be back on Wednesday with the final quarter numbers for the indexes and also any updates on the tariffs. So thank you for listening. Keep any questions and suggestions coming. We appreciate it. Please like and follow. Thank you again. Goodbye.